What's going on, guys? It's over. Catfish Conference is over. Catfish Conference is over. We're on our way home to Cincinnati. We got about 100 miles to go. So I thought we'd come on here, just chat for a minute, give you guys an update. Newsflash, we did sell out the Whisker Stix. They are gone. We sold our entire inventory this weekend. Thank you to everybody who came out and supported us, supported the Catfish Conference, and all the other vendors that were involved. What's up, bud? Hope you left with no lights. We did, Tommy. We sold out today, a couple hours before it was over. We had 35 lights left over, and Mr. James Arwood came over and scooped them up. So if you guys want to get some lights right away, and you can't get them directly from me until I get my next batch in, you guys can go over and see James Arwood. He got some red, white, and pink off me. We sold out of green and blue really quick.
Catfish Conference page.
If you want to go get them, the Catfish Conference web store will have them up soon. They took a small stock while we were there, and if you got the VIP membership, you should be able to get them at a discounted price. So that's something to look into. There's her mom. My sister-in-law is driving in the other car. They just passed us. But we're over. We're done. We're on our way back home. We're going to be getting the stock put back in. We're going to order a bunch more material. We turned out really well. We did about 5 times better than we did last year, the first year. So be looking out when I get more in stock and we got the next batch out. I'll let you guys know when they're made. So if you're looking to get some for this coming night fishing season, or any other way you want to use them, start planning out, figuring out how many you want and what colors you want.
If they want the old colors back too.
And something we're going to be considering is bringing back some of the old colors we used to sell. So it might not just be red, blue, green, white, and pink this coming year. We've had a lot of demand for orange. We've had a lot of demand for purple,
yellow,
and
working on UV.
Really, a lot of people ask for yellow.
Some people did, yeah.
Huh, okay.
Saw it on the slideshow. Right?
Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll take a poll, and then you guys can let me know in the poll what you guys would like to see come back.
Because those yellow ones look really good in jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, the yellow ones look really good in jack-o'-lanterns. I'm most definitely probably gonna pull back the fire orange. Got a lot of demand for the fire orange. Purple Blaze turned out really nice. Had a lot of people asking about it because of the video John made. He had some clips of it for the stats on the durability test video, and a lot of people were asking where the purple was. So we might be bringing purple back. Color changers got a lot of requests, so we might be able to bring back the fast and slow changers. Sounds like the only thing that never really got mentioned was the Glacier Blue, which is okay. So if there's a demand for it and that's something you guys want, let me know in the comments whether you're watching this live or not, and we'll definitely use the data for feedback.
Maybe a teal or aqua.
Yeah, there's all different kinds of colors we can mix and match with the inserts. So let me know what you guys think, and we're going to be trying to plan for...
I want a brown one. Just kidding.
A brown one? I don't think that would turn out pretty good. It wouldn't be very bright.
Paper brown.
I never did get to make that chrome one. I wanted a chrome one. Kind of hard to imitate silver light. Be too close to white. What can you do? While I'm on here, I want to give a lot of thanks to a few guys. Anybody that I can thank. Thank you very much to Steve Douglas for coming up with the Catfish Conference. We couldn't say it enough. A lot of guys were thanking him left and right. I want to personally thank you myself on behalf of me and everybody that helped me out here for Whisker Stix. We all really appreciate what Steve's put together for this event, and I hope it stays for decades on out. I hope this is like the Super Bowl. We'll be at the 52nd Catfish Conference decades from now. So it's been a great turnout these last 3 years, and hopefully it'll keep going. So thank you to Steve Douglas with Monster Rod Holders for covering everybody's admission this year. Thank you to Jeff Jones Marine and Sea Arc Boats for helping put on the show. Thank you to Hervé and his group for helping make all this come together. And I know a lot of people have heard Hervé's name, and not a lot of people have seen him. He's like a ghost. He does exist, and I work with him a lot personally on a one-to-one level, and he's a really, really great guy. So thank you to Hervé for everything he's done to help us out this year, and it's really paid off in multiple dividends. So we couldn't have done it without him. We couldn't have done it without Steve for putting it on. Chris Flores, I want to thank him too. Last year, if we wouldn't have got to go to this, we wouldn't be here now. So a lot of thanks to him for helping us get where we are today. He kind of helped fuel the fire and start it all up. He's been a great contribution to helping us grow. Dieter Melhorn, all the other YouTubers, Luke Hinches, Jacob Howells, Danny Cow, Frank Neely, Everett Mathis, all you guys. I'm leaving out tons of names. Muddy Water Fishing Boys. Anybody that I've ever really associated with, you've all had a hand in it, and I can't thank you guys enough. We had a limited supply of 550 lights this weekend. We was able to get rid of all of them so everybody can enjoy them. And this ain't gonna be the only video where we cover it. When I get more time to recollect my head and get rested up and kind of recharge the batteries from all the chaos this weekend, we're gonna get into more depth and talk more about things that went on. But two things I do want to cover that really hit me good this weekend. We made two little kids really, really happy. As you guys seen, we had that bike that was part of the raffle for the 1001 uses contest that we had. We had the bike there. The idea was thought up by Chris the Blind Fisherman Flores. That was his idea for the winning of the contest, so we put it up there and we raffled it off. And we got pictures of the winners we're going to post later. The people who won was a teacher, and I don't know if they were married or just boyfriend, girlfriend. They've been together for a long time. We'll just say her spouse. They put in for some tickets, and they won, but they didn't have any kids. And there was this little boy. I don't know his name. I didn't get time to ask. I'm sorry that I didn't ask his name, but we got pictures with him.
It was Michael.
Was his name Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, his name's Michael. They got to speak with him more than I did. I was all over the place. He was coming up every hour, checking and seeing if he won that bike, because we sold the raffle tickets for $1 a piece, and he bought one ticket for $1, hoping to get that bike like it was Christmas, you know. And it's showing up good.
No, let's see how many viewers we had.
Oh, we got 4 right now. He kept checking in and checking in and checking in, seeing that the bike was still there. And as we were doing the drawing, we did it at 5 o'clock yesterday. He showed up on time, ready to be there to see if he won. He was so excited.
Well, so did that couple. They actually
they showed
raced
up.
back. They're like, did you draw yet? Did you draw yet?
Yeah, they all kept coming back. They really, really wanted to win. They were eyeballing that rod holder and some lights. And, well, the couple ended up winning the prize. So he goes, you know, he was really, really bummed out. And they're like, well, we don't have any kids. Do you want this bike? And his face just lit up. It's just a basic 20-inch Huffy. It might not be a lot to some. It wasn't the fanciest of bikes, but it made his day. His face glue. He was giving us hugs and saying thank you. He hugged them. And it was like Christmas for him all over again. So it made him really, really happy. And it tickled that teacher so pink that she was all giddy about it. She was so warmed up about being able to make his day. It made her super happy. So we got to light up a couple lives that day. And we got some pictures with them, so we'll post them up later. Something else I want to highlight, and I want to make sure this guy gets a lot of credit. You guys remember me putting some posts out a few days ago asking for help for the conference. We had some issues with some staffing for check-ins to handle all the ticket sales for everybody waiting in line to get in. The people who were initially able to do it weren't able to show up at the last second, and everybody was kind of put in a bind. So he contacted me and asked me if I might know anybody who might want to come volunteer and get some compensation for running the tickets all day and giving people wristbands and all that stuff. And wow, show them that. Oh, that's not the river, is it?
Nope, that's just
a flooded field. Anyway, I put a post out there and asked for some help.
Here on.
Yeah, let them check it out.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
That's flooding from a creek, it looks like.
I'm sure those houses at least underneath a foot of water. And we're done.
And there's a lot of flooding around here. Back up a little bit. Right in my nose.
There you go.
Let them see my boogers. So he asked me for some help. I tried to source it out, try to get some guys to help. And Catfish Bill responded. And he said, my boy's 14. He does things like this a lot. And he'd be more than happy to help. So we got him on board. I got him in touch with Hervé. And, man, he worked it out. He was the only person that was able to show up at the beginning. It was just him and Hervé knocking out the tickets and getting people in. And he stayed through the entire day. And, I mean, what they give him? They got him some pancakes one day. He got anything he needed, we were taking care of.
He got a bunch of merchandise.
He got a lot of free merch out of it, and he earned every bit of it. He humped butt all the way through the thing, man. He was getting bracelets left and right. He was on point. He was organized. He was taking care of everything. Chris Flores is on, says, hey, brother, it was a great time. It was, dude. I wish I would have got more time to spend with you, but I couldn't get out of my booth. But this boy, he got out there. My mind's a blank. I can't remember his name. He's told me 100 times. Mike was the guy with the bike.
Oh, okay. What was? I don't know.
Maybe Mike was it. Catfish Bill. Sorry, bud. Plug in your son's name if you're watching. My head's 100 miles an hour. I'm trying not to go 50 different ways.
We'd say Little Bill, but I think that's trademarked.
We'll call him Little Catfish Bill. There we go. Little Catfish Bill. He plugged out the bracelets. He was taking tickets. He was scanning people in. He was real organized, and he was very professional the whole time. Christian, his name was Christian, Mom says. Mom talked to him. Okay, Christian. That's right, because I remember saying, hey, that's my nephew's name.
Yeah.
His name's Christian.
Yeah, that was the other guy's name.
Christian was the guy that did the sales.
Yeah, I'm talking to Christian behind me.
That's my nephew, Christian, back here in the back seat.
Okay.
But yeah, he was working really hard. He was very professional the whole time. He was very polite to everybody.
Oh wow.
He did really good.
There was a gravel mine over there, and they had all their equipment on top of the gravel stuff because it was flooded.
Oh wow. But yeah, he did a good job the whole weekend, and he earned every bit of it. So when he came by, I gave him a couple lights, told him thank you for working so hard, and then I gave him one of the River Rider rod holders we had on display. And he was so tickled to get that. He gave us all hugs, squeezed me real tight, thanked me like 500 times, and that humbled me real good. To be able to make somebody else's day better, it was just great. So it was something I was able to do for him to make him more excited about fishing, and hopefully he'll come back next year and want to do it again, and we'll have a really good time. So thank you to Christian. The other kid, Mike, if that's your name, I'm sorry. I'm glad I was able to lighten up your weekend a little bit, so thank you for giving me that opportunity. I got to speak with some people I didn't get to speak last year. I got to have a real nice, good, deep chat with, I'm not your mom, she's driving. Okay, that was Molly. Molly said his name's Christian. Thanks, Molly. I got to sit and have a real good, deep chat with Blaine Garrett. You guys might know him as Crash from Mud Bums. We talked for felt like at least an hour. He gave me a lot of good insight. That if you guys want to get some advice on topics, if you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to get more improvement on your business, Blaine is a very intelligent man. He has a lot of insight. I have a lot of respect for that man. And I remember last year, I told him this in person. I said, I remember last year I was just sitting out there smoking. You guys didn't see me there. I didn't really overhear everything they were saying, but they were trying to come up with some decisions on things they wanted to do. And him and all his boys, they were all standing there in a circle, chatting it up. And they were all weighing things out and bouncing ideas around, and just listening to them conversate about what they wanted to try to do to make their business grow.
Converse, but
conversate. That's my George Bush word. Delegatizing. Yeah. The way they were communicating and pushing ideas around and being real transparent with each other, it just showed how deep and focused they are into doing what they love, and they love what they do. And it's really an inspiration. That's something I want to try to follow on my own. I got to learn so much from so many people this weekend, and that's probably towards the top of the list, was sitting and having that chat with Crash. So if you guys ever get a chance, talk to him. He's got a lot of good insight, and he can probably help mentor you and maybe show you some tips on some things you might not have foreseen. He definitely did it for me, and I'm going to take everything he said to heart, and I'm going to try to use that to grow myself better this year. Thanks for this videos. Be safe on the drive. Thanks, Scott. The YouTube rally turned out great. There was 50 cameras pointing everybody at each other. It was all crazy, but it was fun. We had a good time. I would have filmed more of it, but my phone was close to dead. The conference was closed. I couldn't get my charger, so I spent the whole night with my phone dead last night. Didn't get to see much of it. So I'm going to hopefully over the next week or two try to go over it all and see it all again and see how stupid I look. So, and also I'm going to try to utilize a lot of the content that's going to come out and be released over the course of the next month with all the YouTube guys putting all their stuff out, and maybe try to come up with a highlight reel to show off for everybody and show you guys things that you missed that I didn't get to capture when I did my walk around. I did it today when it was slow, but there was so much stuff you guys didn't get to see Saturday that only went on the first day, like the bike drawing we had, and I could talk all day about it. There's so much that could have been seen and missed. So just wanted to come on here and cover a couple things. I know I'm missing a lot. When I think of it again, I'll jot it down and I'll try to make a list, and we'll cover everything. We'll do like a recap, do a Q&A live stream where you guys can ask questions, or you can maybe mention something that you've seen that I might have not got to see. There was a lot of vendors there that were here for the first time this year, and I believe Bait Lock was one of them. If you guys didn't get to see Bait Lock, go check it out. It's a pretty neat little device. It's got like this plastic pouch on a double hook. So if you got stink bait or chicken livers or anything, you stuff it in this flexible pouch, and it's got like a little lid on it you slide shut. And you don't have to worry about putting your chicken liver on the hook. You just put it in this little pouch, and it's squeezable, so when a catfish grabs it, they bite down, they push down on that pouch, and then their hook gets set. So there were some cool things that I had never seen before this year that we got to see. One thing I want to highlight before I forget, right at the very, very end, Swamp Diver Outdoors. If you guys haven't seen him, go check him out. Look up Swamp Diver Outdoors on YouTube. He's come out with a cool little product. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing extravagant, but it's very, very simple, highly utilitive. It's another George Bush word.
Utilitarian.
Utilitarian. It's got a lot of use. You'll use it all the time, I guarantee it. He only brought 10 to the show to show off. He was kind enough to give me one, and he was waiting for me to finish talking with a guy, Shane Chase. You guys might see him post Fortnite videos. He does hats and shirts and stuff on Instagram for Catfish USA. Check him out too. But he waited for me to finish talking with him, and I thought maybe he had a question about the Whisker sticks or was wanting to buy some. So I sat down and talked with him for a minute. I said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "Actually, I got something for you." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he showed me what he had.
We'll leave it a mystery so you guys can go check it out.
That'd be rude. He's got these hand towels, but they're not just regular hand towels. It's something that he's doing himself, like I do. He's coming up with these by hand. He's taking these hand towels and he's converting them into something that you can just keep on you without having to hold it. I know for me, when I'm out fishing, I get scales all over me because I just wipe my shirt, wipe my pants, wipe my hands on anything. I'll do my hat even. I don't lick my fingers or nothing, but he's got this hand towel, and it's got a little grommet on it, and a little carabiner comes with it, a little D-ring carabiner.
Yeah, that's good. What was
so
it?
You can just clip it to your belt loop. We're back. Okay, I thought I was gonna lose signal. I got full LTE, and it said trying to reconnect. But it's got a nylon corner embroidered into it.
Well, the nylon's not embroidered; it's sewn on, and then there's embroidery on the nylon.
Yeah, it's stitched onto the hand towel, and then he's got Swamp Diver Outdoors embroidered onto it to show off. It's something that he's trying out, so I highly suggest that you go write him and ask him about it. He can give you more details, but it's just a simple little hand towel that you can clip to your belt loop or to your backpack, or if you got it hanging from a tree, something that you don't have the stuff in your pocket, you can just keep it on you. And when you get slime on a fish, or you got nightcrawler guts on your hands, or blood from cutting up bait, you can just get it on that towel, let go.
You can wipe your hand while you're casting.
Yeah. So if you get your hands wet and you're out fishing in the winter, you got water all over you don't want your hands to get cold and freeze up, dry them off on that towel and just let it fall. It'll fall down to your leg and it's hanging off your belt, you know. And I know it's going to be really beneficial to me, because if I do use a rag, I'm prone to just wipe it real quick, I'll drop it or toss it on the ground, or throw it in my tackle bag or something, falls over, gets in the mud, I forget about it, I step on it, it's no longer good, and then I just wasted a hand towel or a rag. So it's one of those convenience things that's really going to make a difference in being more efficient with your hands and things like that. So go check out Swamp Diver Outdoors and ask them all about it. Tell them Whisker Stix sent you. So things to look up for in the next few weeks. March 12th, if Doc and Lyle haven't mentioned it yet, March 12th, Whisker Stix is going to be on Catfish Weekly. It'll probably be me and my kids, Andrew and Alyssa. We're probably going to be on there live with Doc and Lyle and Cindy and Lynn. And we'll all be on there chatting it up. I don't know if he's going to have any other guests that day or not, but they've invited me to come on Catfish Weekly that Monday, so be tuning in for that. I'll probably have that going on my laptop, and then I'll try to keep the live chat going on my phone so I can see anything you guys might say. If you guys got a question or something, hopefully I try not to miss nothing. And I don't know what we're going to talk about, but they invited me to come on. They want my kids to come on, and it should be a really cool event. Some things to keep looking forward to this coming year, since Catfish Conference is over. It's kind of kicked off the catfishing season. Is at some point this year, I'm going to be getting out on some hiccups. I'm going to try to get out some fishing trips with some of the YouTubers you guys know and love. Joe Jellison approached me and said he wants to try to get out a trip. Might try to get out with John Nall, regular dude fishing. Everett Mathis with a lot of fishing TV. Frank Neely, the Muddy Water Boys. They're all within a pretty decent drive. So at some point throughout this year, before the fishing season's over and gets back into next winter, I'm going to try to get a trip out with one of those guys.
You ought to meet up with Everett and Frank over there in Indian Lake up north.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to do. They came down to visit me last time, so this time I'm hoping I can set some time and money aside to be able to get up there and visit them for once this time and fish their waters. If not, maybe we could try to meet somewhere in the middle. We'll work it out one way or another. But Joe Jellison actually used to grow up around me. And if you don't know who Joe Jellison is by name, you know him as Cats Fishing. And he does a lot of stuff down in Tennessee. So they've had him on Catfish Weekly before. You guys should know him from all over YouTube. He was at the YouTube rally. We spoke with him a couple times. I gave him a red, white, and blue Whisker stick to try out. America. So we're going to try to do some content with him this year. A lot of the local YouTubers that I got pretty close access to, we're going to try to work something out at some point in the year, different locations. And coming up, I think it's May, you got the Catfish Weekly National Championships finally going to kick off at Lake of the Ozarks. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to it, but I'm definitely going to try to sponsor it. Captain Mad Jacks is going to hit up for round 2 this summer, so be looking up for that. I will be at that one. That's close enough to where I can drive to it, and it's a night tournament. How can I not be at a night tournament? So there's going to be more things I'm going to announce, but those are things just off the top of my head right now. We're probably about a third of the way back to the house. We got a little bit driving to go.
We're got about 45 miles.
Yeah, something like that. We'll probably be there in about an hour and a half. So we're probably going to hit a pit stop here soon. Maybe get a bite to eat on the way home. I just wanted to come on and cover a couple highlights while I had it fresh in my mind. I wanted to thank everybody who came out and supported the event and showed up this year. We had quite a huge turnout. There was a lot more people that showed up this year than there was last year. The floor plan made a huge difference. Not everybody had to be smothered shoulder to shoulder. Everybody was still free to move around. And I'm going to be doing some product reviews too while it's on top of my head. So we got some things coming out with that. That'll be on the YouTube channel. and other content too. So
there's now a crash on I-71 North causing a 16-minute delay. You will now arrive at 6:34 p.m.
Okay, so we're looking at about an hour out. Anyways, thanks for
Siri.
tuning in. Thanks for the support. If you came out, thanks for stopping to say hi. It was really humbling to me that I couldn't get out of my booth because every time I tried to leave, one of my family members was calling me saying, "Get back, somebody's here wanting to see you, they're going to leave." So,
Hey, we need the card reader.
get the card reader. Bring the card reader. Somebody's wanting to come shake your hand. Hurry up. It was really humbling. Jeremy Hedge says it was great meeting everyone in person. It was great meeting a lot of you guys. I got to see so many guys. I'm going to have to sit down and try to remember and think. And there was a lot of people that would come up to me and say, "Hey, you remember me?" And I'd feel really stupid because it'd take me for a few seconds to match the name to the face. I talk to you guys all the time on here online, and I don't always get to see the face. Well, your face is there, but it's just a little picture. It takes me, I can't remember everybody. I'm going to try my best to. So if I embarrassed you or made you feel bad, know that I felt just as bad and embarrassed, and I'm totally sorry. So thanks for coming out and visiting me. Thanks for shaking my hand. And I'm so glad I was able to get the support from you guys this year. And we're just going to hope to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger. Hopefully we'll do double or triple what we did this year or next year at the conference. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll get some more detailed videos coming out soon. I'm going to let my phone charge so I can keep my GPS rolling. And we'll catch you guys later. See ya. It's down here.